Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, 4 forces and King Schools partner on flight school software. FAA's MedXpress upgraded with critical info and pilot guidance. FAA nominee called out for fibbing about pilot certifications. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Flight Training, a weekly program dedicated to future aviators and aviation professionals. Airborne Flight Training is brought to you in part by King Schools. King Schools has been leading the effort in producing expert aviation training programs and computer-based learning software for over 50 years. Find out why pilots love King teaching at kingschools.com. Now let's get into today's stories. 4 forces and King Schools partner on flight school software. King Schools and 4 forces announced a collaboration that integrates the Cessna Flight Training System's course tracking application with 4 forces Flight School Management Software Suite. The integrated software packages eliminate the need for double or triple entry of flight training data between the flight lesson tracking system and the scheduling and billing systems. For flight schools using both the 4 forces and King Schools application, their record-keeping, scheduling, and billing has become much easier. The integration also streamlines the learning process for student pilots as well as the flight school personnel. It provides better access to 4 forces resources and tools that include scheduling, invoicing, proficiency tracking, and more. The synergy accelerates and streamlines the entire flight training process, while also providing resources, valuable insights, and enhanced development of skills. Brett Hart, CEO of 4 Forces, commented, quote, "We are excited to partner with King Schools and combine the power of 4 Forces with their CTA solution. King Schools, along with John and Martha King, have a long-standing reputation for excellence in aviation education, and the 4 Forces team promises to continue to develop and stay the best complement to King Schools, Cessna, and their customers for years to come." End quote. After the break, ENAC orders 30 Elixir aircraft for VFR fleet.
Hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. ENAC orders 30 Elixir aircraft for VFR fleet. Elixir Aircraft announced it has received an order for 30 of its training aircraft from the French flight school École Nationale de l'Aviation Civile, or ENAC, to replace its fleet of VFR trainers, and is expected to be completed during 2026 through 27. The Elixir is a 4th-generation aircraft with a simplified all-composite aerostructure called Carbon One-Shot and comprises just 9 parts with no rivets or glue. A fuel-efficient engine cuts CO2 emissions by 70%, while the design combines to make the Elixir a quiet airplane that keeps operating costs below €50 per hour. Sporty's new IFR Focus for instrument pilots. Sportys announced the introduction of IFR Focus, a new online publication dedicated entirely to instrument flying. It's designed for both active IFR pilots as well as those working toward the instrument rating, and it offers practical, pilot-centered advice on staying sharp within the IFR system. IFR Focus will deliver fresh new content every week, produced and written by a team of experienced CFIs, pro pilots, and those who use the system regularly as active instrument flyers. ALPA commends House Committee for advancing mental health bill. ALPA praised the House of Representatives Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, led by Chairman Sam Graves and Ranking Member Rick Larson, for approving H.R. 2591, the Mental Health in Aviation Act, introduced by Representatives Sean Casten and Pete Stauber. For years, aviation professionals have faced a difficult choice between seeking mental health care and keeping their careers due to the current regulatory structure, creating a punitive culture that forces pilots and air traffic controllers to risk their livelihoods by seeking professional help. SUNY Schenectady joins FAA Enhanced Controller Training Program. The FAA and the State University of New York Schenectady County Community College have signed an agreement for the school to become the next institution for the agency's Enhanced Air Traffic Collegiate Training Initiative, or AT-CTI. 7 such programs at 6 schools are now authorized to present the same thorough curriculum and advanced training that the FAA offers at its ATC Academy in Oklahoma City. To earn an FAA endorsement certification, students must pass their air traffic skills assessment, meet the agency's medical and security requirements, and pass performance verifications. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. FAA's MedXpress upgraded with critical info and pilot guidance. The FAA's MedXpress website has been updated to assist pilots getting ready for the next visit with their aviation medical examiner to renew their medical certificate. A comprehensive Know Before You Go document walks applicants through the steps necessary to prepare for the AME exam. This includes gathering medical records that must be submitted, as well as any guidance on post-exam procedures that might be necessary. There are clear instructions on how to use the system, including a tab for FAQs. The landing page contains a variety of educational resources and info on FAA requirements pertaining to a wide range of common medical conditions. There are descriptive tables showing how the FAA and AME may address many conditions, and also provide AME's guidance for submitting required information and exam results within the required 14-day timeframe. The FAA anticipates further improvements to the MedXpress site, and other resources available include a medical exam checklist. After these messages, FAA nominee called out for fibbing about pilot certifications.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, 2-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
Welcome back. FAA nominee called out for fibbing about pilot certifications. Brian Bedford, President Trump's nominee to head the FAA, has claimed for years in his official biography that he holds a commercial pilot rating. FAA records have revealed otherwise. Language describing Bedford as a commercial-rated pilot has appeared on Republic Airways' website since at least 2010. At a 2019 event at Liberty University, he was introduced, without correction, as holding commercial, multi-engine, and instrument ratings. He also described earning all of those during a union dispute. Until June 2025, Bedford's Republic Airways executive profile stated he held commercial, multi-engine, and instrument ratings. The commercial part disappeared from the bio only after curious minds inquired about the accuracy of the credential. FAA records confirm that Bedford is a licensed private pilot with an instrument add-on, but no commercial certificate is shown. The DOT backed Bedford, stating he had passed the written exam required for a commercial license, and noting he never claimed to be a commercial airline pilot. It called the biography language an administrative error that was corrected swiftly. They did not explain how the error occurred or why it remained uncorrected for over a decade. While Bedford is licensed to fly single and multi-engine aircraft under instrument flight rules, a commercial certificate would legally allow him to fly for hire. Despite the discrepancy, Bedford's nomination nonetheless appears on track. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.